Hello everyone, my name is Sony and in this video I am going to compare HTC One E9s with the Sony Xperia M5, and it's not really a fair comparison, but since I have both the phones right now, so why not? Build quality and design wise, well, Sony Xperia M5 has premium build quality. It's made of materials like toughened glass and a metal. It has a metal frame, while the HTC One E9 has a plastic build. Overall, it's pretty solid, but it's not comparable to this kind of flagship build quality. And Sony Xperia M5 also is water and dust proof up to a limit. Now, specification wise, they both come with 16 GB of internal storage, but Sony Xperia M5 comes with 3 GB of RAM, while HTC One E9s comes with 2 GB of RAM, out of which you will get out around 700 MB free and around 1.5 GB on Sony Xperia M5. Chipset model is MT6795, which is like a big more powerful brother of the chipset inside this phone, and the C4 and C5 Ultra, the MT6752. And furthermore, the processor inside this phone is underclocked to 1.5 GHz, while this one has a 2.0 GHz CPU. This one also has a very powerful PowerVR Rogue G6200 GPU, while this one also has a pretty powerful Mali T760 GPU, which is a flagship grade GPU by the way. As the display information, this one has HD display, this one has full HD display, and the quality wise, Sony Xperia M5 display is much more natural and good and better than HTC One E9s's display. This supports up to 10 finger multi-touch, and this also supports up to 10 finger multi-touch. Xperia M5's rear camera, as you all know, is of 21 megapixel, while HTC One E9s's camera is 13 megapixel. Xperia M5's front camera is of 13 megapixel, while HTC One E9s's front camera is of 4.1 megapixel, but it also has HTC's own ultra pixel technology. As the battery level and temperature right now, they both run on my Android version 5.0 Lollipop with customized UI on top, and here are all the sensors they support. And mind you, Antutu is wrong sometimes about the sensors. So it says that both these phones don't have gyro sensor, while not sure about Sony Xperia M5, but HTC One E9s does have a gyro sensor. Let's run the test now. Well, here's the score of HTC One E9s. It scored 43,145, while Sony Xperia M5 is still loading the score, and here it is. It's 32,628, which is a wrong score. Antutu is bugged on Sony Xperia M5, and don't worry, it's not weaker than One E9s. It always scores way less than it should in the Antutu test for some reason. Like I said, Antutu is bugged on the Sony Xperia M5. This is again not a very fair competition. Sony Xperia M5's camera quality is very good. Both its front and back camera are extremely good, while HTC One E9s's camera are decent at best. For a mid-range phone, they are pretty decent, I must say, but they are not at all comparable to Xperia M5's camera. But anyway, here's a photo. See how much natural and full of light the photo looks on the Sony Xperia M5. Now see the same photo on HTC One E9s. It's kind of blurry and not very much detailed, and around the area where there is a lack of light, here the photo is very dark. Even when the photo was taken at the highest ISO possible, 1600. So like I said, for a mid-range phone it's decent camera, but it's not comparable to Xperia M5's excellent 21 megapixel camera. Now for the front camera, well, again Sony Xperia M5's camera is way better than the HTC One E9s's camera. First, I'm going to take the photo on HTC One E9s, and now here's Sony Xperia M5. As you can see, the darker areas in this photo are much more illuminated than in this photo. For example, focus around the area here. It looks dark and artificial, the photo HTC One E9s took. Even though HTC One E9s has two stereo speakers and also the boom sound technology, its speakers at full volume it's still not louder than the Sony Xperia M5. Sony Xperia M5's one single stereo speaker is more louder than both these speakers. The game is running at the highest possible setting, by the way, with all the effects on. Same for the Xperia M5, as you can see. Now Xperia C4 and Xperia C5 Ultra cannot play this game at high settings smoothly, but this phone can because of its HD display. Now most people would expect to get a full HD display for at 20,000 rupees, but it's actually a good thing for gaming because this chipset with HD display is a nice balance for overall performance. For the browser performance, well, let's refresh both the pages and see which one finishes first. Well, they both listed around the same time, so there's no comparison. But overall, Sony Xperia M5 would be better in browser because it has 3 GB of RAM. Chipset wise, they both have powerful enough chipset for smooth web browsing. Battery life of both the phones is around the same. This one has a little more battery life because its chipset is a little weaker than Xperia M5's chipset. Now there is no winner or loser in this comparison, as I said in the start, because this is not a fair comparison at all. I just made this video because I had both these phones right now. They are both pretty good phones in their own segments. This is a pretty decent phone in the mid-range segment, while this is a very good phone in the upper mid-range segment. I'm not even going to say if the video helps you decide between these two phones, because nobody is going to decide between these two phones. They are very far apart from each other. But anyway, that's about it for this comparison video. Thanks for watching.